NCP Chief Sharad Pawar and Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray in Mumbai. The meeting lasted for over an hour and a half. Sources suggest that the two leaders met to discuss ways of tackling BJP and the MNS. This over the loudspeaker issue. Former Chief Minister and BJP leader Devendra Fadnavis, remember, is planning a rally on this issue in Mumbai, and Raj Thackeray in Aurangabad. And the MNS chief, of course, had earlier already given an ultimatum to the Maharashtra government of removing loudspeakers from outside mosques by May 3rd. Otherwise, he's going to recite Hanuman Chalisa outside these mosques. Joined by my colleague Sandeep for more on this. Sandeep, this is a strategy meet between the two top leaders of Maha Vikas Aghadi there. But essentially, is it a threat, or is it a perceived threat rather, of a BJP-MNS combine ahead of, whether it's the BMC elections that we're talking about, or even ahead of the elections next year in Maharashtra? What exactly were some of the key points discussed between Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar?
See, as you mentioned that, is it a threat or not for the Aghadi government? Yes, indeed, it is a threat. MNS and BJP taking on Maha Vikas Aghadi over the issue of loudspeaker and masjids is indeed a threat for MVA government, because basically just before BMC elections and in fact in a year or two there is also assembly as well as Lok Sabha elections as well. So what sources have told us that this is not the preparation for just for BMC election, it is a preparation for upcoming assembly as well as Lok Sabha elections too. So basically the issue of loudspeaker is being raised consistently by MNS and BJP collectively. And on the same sequence, Sharad Pawar, the NCP chief, as well as Uddhav Thackeray met for 1.5 hours, and a meeting took place yesterday at Varsha residence of Uddhav Thackeray, and crucial meet, this is what we have been informed it was, and this meet was to discuss how NCP and Sena can take over MNS and BJP over the loudspeaker issue. How could Shiv Sena maximize on Hindutva issue? Remember, Shiv Sena has been branding themselves as Hindutva. So all these things were discussed, and hopefully there are some more rallies in upcoming days in the state of Maharashtra by all these parties, and several issues will be raised in upcoming days.
Right. There are, of course, a lot of political developments taking place in Maharashtra amid the loudspeaker row. We've seen back-to-back actually developments taking place, whether it was about the Rana couple and the protest that they were planning outside of the Thackerays' house, or even, of course, the larger ultimatum, which is casting a shadow on and also actually played a part in this meeting which took place between NCP chief and Uddhav Thackeray, the Maharashtra chief minister, about Raj Thackeray's ultimatum with regard to the Maharashtra loudspeaker row.